Pooh Shiesty, Big30 face life in prison. Yes, this is a recent story. Happened in January. People same as Jess and everyone else is like, what the hell? When did this happen? When did this happen? Well, what happened when a contract dispute turns into a full blown armed robbery? That's exactly what went down in Dallas on January 10th, 2026, when Pooh Shiesty allegedly kidnapped and robbed Gucci Mane at gunpoint. Why? Who wanted out of his deal with Gucci Mane's 1017 recording, possibly to sign with Yo Gotti's CMG. How did it escalate? Who showed up with an AK style pistol, forced Gucci to sign release papers, and the crew snatched cash and jewelry. Big 30 was right there too, locking the door and helping run the takeover. Did the feds catch them? Yep, 8 and 9 suspects got arrested, including Pooh and his dad. What's the fallout? They face federal kidnapping, conspiracy charges with potential life sentences. And this isn't just about contracts. There's a tension over how Gucci handled the death of label mate Big Scar. Plus 50 Cent's recent post calling out Gucci for cooperating with the feds. How's Pooh's past play in? He was on some confinement for a firearms conviction, but still pulled off his stunt. Will this end Pooh's career or make him a legend? So, look, the controversy surround Big Scar's um, funeral primarily involved a dispute between his family and friends and his label head. So, supposedly, just to give context, yeah, so Pooh Shiesty, he was in home confinement for possessive firearms. He was arrested, FBI raid, new charges. So, anyways, with the Big Scar stuff that supposedly Gucci Mane didn't pay for anything, but they did, but he ended up did because Big Scar's father spoke up for him. He's paid like $20,000 on the funeral and flowers and everything. So that was a big misunderstanding. But on the deal, especially CMG, you know, what's his name? What's his name? Fucking Yo Gotti's. You got Gorilla. You have Moneybag Yo. You have Mozzie. All those big artists. They're big name, and it seems like you know. I guess Pooh Shiesty wanted to go on that side.
This may blow up bigger than what people think because that's bad.
Yeah,
That's real bad.
yeah, it
I
is.
think they're cooked.
And there's video evidence, everything that's going on. Yeah, just new evidence, and it just seems like again last year, Gucci Mane wrote a book. He's going through mental health issues, anger management, his wife and stuff, and now this. Um, I don't know. It seems kind of tough because he's a grown ass man. He's not a kid anymore or a young person trying to get up in this game. Like if he feels threatened, he was threatened, and should he snitch or should he still be part of that gang life? Snitches get stitches type of shit.
I ain't part of that world. I'll never understand that world. I don't really care to understand that world. That's not my lane. I have no comments.
No comment.
No comments.
Okay, but it's a deal. I don't know the ins and out of the deal with Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane. Like maybe he felt like he wasn't excelling or so, but there's should have been a conversation. Maybe Gucci Mane was getting all the money allegedly from everything that Pooh Shiesty and all his artists are doing. I don't know, but if he wanted to get out of the deal, maybe Gucci Mane didn't want him to get out of the deal because of blank blank. You got to do this, to meet the contract, and then you could buy yourself out. But I don't know. There's deals in the contracts that you have to go by, and Pooh Shiesty didn't like it.
That's the only thing that I can say that always ends up coming up with, rappers, artists, all that stuff, is they end up signing contracts that are not in their favor. Any rising stars, now, before y'all sign, do y'all due diligence with these contracts. Because whether he liked it or not, at the end of the day, it is a contract. You ain't signing your name on a dotted line for no reason. Like,
Correct.
y'all gotta do y'all due diligence, hire the right people. Don't just be signing things just because, I need this money, I need to get up, da 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 da. Make sure y'all don't rush into these things and signing stuff with your best interest. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Because in the end, it may be all roses and flowers at the beginning and it turn into something you didn't think it was later on, or you're not feeling it. You know, make sure you get into something without. I don't know how to, but this just this thing with contracts has come up too many times with artists, and I just feel like, dang, man. So
Mm-hmm. Pooh Shiesty was signed 1017 Records since 2020. So, last major artist Gucci retained after releasing most others in 2024. DOJ used license plates, readers, rental, or car data and fingerprints to track down the suspects. Yeah, it's totally difficult to get away from a serious crime like that. And once it is reported and they do their due diligence, cameras are everywhere now. You got AI flock camera trackers that are easily accessible using AI. You just search up description of a car, boom, 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 boom. There's pictures everywhere, and yeah, it's kind of hard nowadays. Some suspects flaunted stolen jewelry on social media after the heist. I never understood that either. You're putting your crimes out on social media, flaunting it and stuff.
people have been doing that since they've been able to do that. They've been telling, people be worried about people snitching. Y'all be snitching on yourself.
Mhm.
Honestly, you're like, I can't believe y'all snitch. Y'all literally do it on your own.
Yeah. Social media right now, they just flaunt on social media. It sucks. Pooh Shiesty was on, again, home confinement, firearms conviction during the incident, but he still went. The family of late label Mott made Big Scar reportedly felt Gucci Mane didn't provide enough, adding tension to the situation. But again, his dad squashed that whole situation. And, there's a conspiracy that's going around that once you're signed with Gucci Mane, there's
You
some
die.
bad juju that you end up.
A lot of them people that he signed, they did pass away.
So yeah, well, I've heard of it. It's just didn't really think of it, But just why? Why is that a conspiracy? Is it because of what Gucci Mane has in those contracts that you have to do this, 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 this? You have to make this amount, this amount, this amount to be able to get out the contract, or you're in debt to me, so you can't leave. So you got to keep. I'm giving you all this money, but you got to return, and so forth and so forth. That's how usually these contracts are with people that are desperate to get in the game and make something for themselves. I think it seems like it's leaning that way if you get into contracts with rappers, even music artists, or even with labels that kind of fuck you over because, hey, you're desperate. So just sign here, don't read it, blah, blah, blah. DSPs, um, studio time, all adds up at the end of the day. Yeah. Comment below you guys' thoughts on that. I think that was pretty good what we were talking about for sure.